Okay, time to do the body. So we're going to assemble and start with the easiest part first. So you have the torso here. When you turn it over, you've got this big cutout. This head goes into the slot like that, and then this portion goes in behind it, and it slots in like that, and 2x8 into the hole. There you go. You may bind a little bit depending on how well you clean it up. A couple back and forth and it'll be fine. Alright. So now we're going to do the upper arms. I tend to do both upper arms before I do anything with the lower arms, because every time I've tried to do one entire side, I've messed it up. So you take one shoulder piece here, and you'll notice the hole in the middle on the top. You're going to go through that hole. The screw will come out, turn a little bit, and depending on tolerance, you may have to push in a little bit. But be careful, if you push too hard, you'll push this piece out. So just push a little bit until you see that the screw is flush with the bottom. Then you can, so if you have the hole like this, then when you take this part, there's two of them, there's the left and the right. You want the hole, you can see the hole in the shoulder, you can't see the hole in this part, but it curves up this way. That's the right orientation. So if you see this, it curves up the right way, but you can see both holes. That's not what you want. So if you can't see the hole, now it curves down this way. That's not what you want. It curves up that way, can't see the hole on the upper arm. Put it, screw into the hole, depress a little bit to get started. Again, you can use the end of your 1.5 millimeter Allen to kind of gouge it out a little bit. Get started. Now you don't want this tight, or this part tight. You just want it barely snug so that the arm rotates, but it doesn't come apart. So there you go. So again, 2x8 through the top of the shoulder piece until it's flush in the bottom of the shoulder here. And I'll just go ahead and ream this out. If you go too fast, you'll actually melt the plastic. It's going to be a little bit slow, so you actually leave a hole. See, too much space, so we'll go a little bit further. That's pretty smooth. Okay, so now we're going to take M2x8, and we can take one of the shoulders, screw it in. So the screw is going to be towards the back, and so you put it down. If you go like this, you're not going to line up properly. If you go straight out and let it sit, you push it in all the way this way and all the way down. It should align properly for the screw to go directly through the hole. Don't screw it too tight. You just want to get through the hole and let it bite into the other side. Oop, too tight. Back it out a little bit so it works And it doesn't go all the way vertical. It only goes a little bit past 45. That's all the articulation there is. That's designed into it. All right. Again, M2x8 into the back of the shoulder. And again, you want it to be kind of out, straight out from his shoulder, and then all the way in, and then it should align when you start going in. If the screw stops as you're screwing it in, you're not aligned properly. Back the screw out and try again. And again, just tighten it a little bit so it's into the other side over here, but not too tight. There you go with that. And the screws for the elbows should be looking at you. Again, it goes out and then up a little bit. So now you can do the hands. And so left and right hands. So on the elbows, you want to use the M2x6s. If you don't use the M2x6s, what will happen is you'll end up with little white spots on the back of the elbows from where the 2x8s start to push through. They won't come all the way through. It's not the end of the world if you do it, but use the 2x6s, they're included. So you can start them, and then you can insert the hand. Like I said, you screw in a little bit, and you'll make sure the hand keeps, the lower arm can keep moving. So I'm in, and the lower arm can move, so I know I'm right. And one thing you can do is you can push on the back of the elbow to make sure that as the screw comes through and hits this, it actually bites into it rather than just pushing it over. So you push against the screw as you screw it in. And now you can wave. Again, 2x6 in the other elbow. Just start, get it started. Makes life a little easier. Just put his other hand in so it's aligned properly with the thumb up. So you'll start, if you feel it tighten up, but then I can't move his hand, I haven't hit the hole. So back it off a little bit. Ask her for forgiveness. Pull it straight, and there you go, through the hole. Push on it to make sure it bites into the back side. Oh, a little loose. There we go. Okay. Now we can give you a hug. Okay, for the thighs, the hip joint is a M2x8, so you can pick a thigh, start the M2x8, and then you'll see the slot goes towards the body to accommodate the hip here, and the screw is in the back. So you push it, basically, you want to keep it straight, push it up this way all you can and all the way that way, and you should be lined up. You can screw it all the way in, and again, just until it bites on the other side. M2x8, the other thigh, get it started. The slot goes towards the torso that way, all the way up and all the way in, and that will give you the proper alignment to get through the hole. So you start screwing. So if you're off, you'll start screwing, and then it's stuck. You can see it's off. All the way up this way and all the way as far as we go that way. It goes right in. all the way through until it bites into the other side. This piece is thick enough you don't have to worry about pushing on it. Okay, there's that. So now the calves are a little finicky. The design of them is not very distinctive on either one, but you'll notice you'll kind of want to put them in this way, but you have to put them in this way. So that is the proper way that they go in. Like this kind of, I've done it this way, I don't know how many times, but kind of feels like his legs are bent at an unnatural angle, which they kind of are. So they go in this way. And then as far as which one's left and right, you'll see. So this is a little bit sharper of the calf on the, like this one takes a little, starts up higher and ends lower. So this one's a little, this bulb is a little sharper here. And that's on the outside. And the knees are M2x8s. So you can start in the side of the calf, or excuse me, side of the thigh, get it started. And then again, kind of a weird straight down. Sometimes I have trouble making sure I hit the hole on this one. There we go. So you go through. On the bottom of this one, you can push on the other side just to make sure that it bites into the other side. Don't go crazy, or it'll come out the other side. All right. So we'll do the other one, M2x8. Get it started. And again, this is going to go in this way. Push on the other side to make sure it goes in. Okay, there you go. So now we do the feet. The feet are M2x6s. Should be your last two M2x6s. The ankles. I like to get them started. All right, left and right feet. Hopefully you can figure this out. Although I have put the wrong feet on several times in the wrong direction. And then again, make sure you get it through the hole so it can move. This one's a little bit harder. You've got a lot of space there because it kind of needs to line up that way. So just make sure you get it through the hole before you go crazy and screw it all the way in. And this one, again, I would push on the other side a little bit. This one actually engages really well. So Oops. So I'm in the hole, it's partway in and I can still rotate it, so I know I'm in the right spot. Okay, that's the body.